Massive fraud scandal rocks Chicago. What they found has liberals speechless. Since the election, President Trump has spoken about the reality of voter fraud. Despite making similar claims in the past, liberals rejected Trump's claims. They said there is no voter fraud. There's never been voter fraud. There will never be voter fraud. Except more and more, we are discovering shocking examples of voter fraud. This time in, where else? Chicago. From the Federalist Papers, there is a new development on the ongoing voter fraud saga. More than 14,000 votes were cast in Chicago during the 2016 general election than there were voters to cast them. Based on separate figures released by the Chicago Board of Elections, the chairman of the Chicago Republican Party has reported. Chris Cleveland told the Chicago Wire that on a whim he filed a Freedom of Information Act FOIA request with the board, which provided him with a list of 1,101,178 people who voted in the general election. An earlier post on the board's website said that 1,115,664 votes had been cast. There should never be more votes than voters, Cleveland said. Every ballot cast should be recorded against a registered voter. Not a huge surprise that the most corrupt liberal city in America is a hotbed of voter fraud. That's a pretty big problem. You see, 14,000 more votes than voters. You might be wondering how that is possible. It's easy. When people are allowed to vote numerous times using the names of dead citizens or simply voting several times at different polling stations. This is something that can be easily remedied with basic voter ID requirements. You need an ID to do just about anything in our society except vote. Democrats claim that such laws are discriminatory. I wonder why. That's just a cover-up. They have plenty of goons working for them, casting multiple votes. This should only further the president's goal to reform our voting system and to end all forms of fraud. But people need to know. Be sure to spread this bombshell story to everyone you know. Chicago must be held accountable for such a travesty against our democracy. And it's not only Chicago, and you know it's going on in other places, and especially California. You know, I mean, this is disgraceful to say. Why are the Democrats saying that you don't need an ID to vote? It's discriminatory. How is that discriminatory? You want to buy anything or go into any place, you have to show your ID. What are you telling me here? This is unacceptable, and there should be a law to this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.